Okay, so it was 1 year ago, this very day, that we left for Seattle. Um, Starts off at 7:38 in the morning. He says, "Good morning." I say, "Morning." He says, "I could just kick my own ass. I've still not packed." Okay, we're leaving this morning, and I don't feel good today at all. I say, "WTF? What the?" So what does that mean? So we're supposed to be leaving. He's not feeling well. That's at 7:43. Then he texts back, "Means I better bust my ass right now and get the ready." And I say, "I guess so. You blew me off to pack." Last night he blew me off because he said he had to pack, so he couldn't see me. And I say, "You blew me off to pack, and then you didn't. How do you think that makes me feel?" Then he says, "Well, from the sounds of what you said, it sounds like there's something that you want to maybe talk about that we haven't yet. What time are you going to be here?" "About 10 minutes. What's that?" I mean, what's he going to talk about? "And I didn't mean that you blew me off. That was said in the heat of the moment." "Sorry, I'm sorry. Send." Because I said send. So I'm trying to build bridges. So here. So my next entry on this phone is dated Wednesday, June 28th. So we've already had 3 nights of the 40 nights of Starshine. And the day, a year ago today, we drove to Seattle in my car. And it was one of the happiest days of my life. We held hands. We had our hands on each other's legs. We looked at each other. We kissed each other all the way on the drive. We'd sneak over, and it was beautiful. We shared. We listened to music, and we heard for the first time what became our song. Um, Something Just Like That by Coldplay. That was the very first time we ever heard it. Was a year ago today, and it stuck in our heads right away. And we kept hearing it on the trip over and over again. It would reappear. It would just come from random. Even in Europe, it would just randomly pop on the radio, or in the Uber, or in a store. It was uncanny, but that was our song. So today was a really, really wonderful day. We drove to Seattle. We got to my brother's place. We stopped and looked at the Pear Ranch. And when we got to my brother's, we explored and hiked around the house on the hill. On the way, we stopped at the overlook above Prosser and took a really wonderful picture of the two of us, a selfie with camera on a timer, and we stood back, phone on a timer. We stood back and got some really beautiful photos, which I will never see. But it was a really spectacular day. It was one of the best days of my life. And a couple months later, when I made that same drive, it was the most difficult thing I've ever had to do. It was really hard and very difficult drive by myself, because the last time I made that drive, which was a year ago today, was one of the happiest days of my life. So um, there you have it, and I'll get back to you tomorrow, retracing our adventures as they began in Seattle. So thanks for your attention.